So someone thought it would be interesting if I went ahead and did a video on doing backsplash. Never done a backsplash before, but I've been studying up a little bit here and there. This is going to be the backsplash I'm going to be installing. As you can tell, we have white cabinets, we have the white countertop, quartz countertop, blue walls. So once it's all said and done, hopefully with this looking back there, it'll look pretty decent. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to get the saw started up, and we're going to make a few cuts just to see how it cuts with this, and then we'll move along and we'll start putting the SimpleMat down, which is going to be this right here, SimpleMat. We'll put that on the wall first, a little section, and we'll just keep moving our way from here over, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to do a practice run really quick. We're going to use regular basic tile. Saw did a very good job, looks like. Fairly clean cut. This is going to be the backsplash, so I'll take this off and I'm going to cut it down here where it's going to be butted up against the counter. And I'm going to cut over here where it's going to be butted up against the wall. Alright, so you see how this cuts, right? It cuts okay. So we have this. This is wet. So what we do is we have this right here. Now we're just going to go ahead and cut all along here, make it a nice cut. Oh, that's not done. So I made a mess with this saw. Getting it wet and everything really made it come apart, and I'm not very pleased with how it all smashed in there together and pieces were falling apart. Just was not working out when it got wet. It just made it 10 times worse. So with all these pieces missing and like trying to figure this and that out, I was like, okay, well that's a beginner's piece. Now I know what a water saw does, a tile cutter for that. I also tried the dry tile cutter if I didn't get that earlier. So I went back and I used the snips for this piece, and it looks like I'm gonna have to be using the snips for every single piece that I do. So what I did is I put some of this wall mat up already, let it stick. I figure I might as well get 2 of these up side by side, and I already did the top one as well. All I have to do is push this up. And I have those pieces that's going to go next to it. I'm going to cut out the outlet though for it. And it looks like it's going to be fairly well. So what I did is I put these together down here, right like this. I made sure it was butt up against that over here where it's going to be up against that. And then what I did is from here, and from there I made a mark, traced it all the way up, down. And then what I did is I measured from the bottom of this up to here, up to there, and I did the same thing here and I marked it. I'm going to cut this out and then I'll do the next piece up. Surprised at how well these cutters work. So everything's looking good so far. I don't really have many discrepancies. It's a little difficult trying to cut each one individually with these snips. Thank God the snips are real easy to use. So easy. Right now I have a lot of waste, so I'm trying to use up this waste. I'm having to cut out an extra tile here and here in order to make it even again. So it's just a matter of making this all line up in order to not waste anything else. So I'll probably have to do that. All right, moving along. Cutting pieces, moving this and that. I'm gonna peel this back. Let's see what we got. This wall stuff is very, very interesting. I like it. Trimming off the bottom to make it flush with the countertop I put in. These tile snips were $21. Get them at Home Depot. They work pretty good. I don't have to hardly force anything down on them. The pressure that I have to apply is minimal compared to like using crazy amounts of muscle, so they work very good. I'm very glad I got this, just because the saw, as we saw earlier, didn't work out for us, the wet saw. Here, we got 18 and So as an update, I've been pretty busy. This backsplash has been very tedious because of cutting each individual tile for roofing and whatever, but it's moving along okay. It's turning out not bad. It's all getting there, nice and dandy. I got the last little bit. So this last little bit I had a problem with. There was a big hole for the outlet and I wasn't sure how I was gonna fill it. So I went ahead and did is I took flashing 10 or whatever. I shouldn't be doing it, I assume, I would guess, but I did it anyways. So anyways, I took it and I just drilled holes, boom boom, and then I put glue behind it and slapped it up there. Now it's flat and it provides a solid surface, and it also took care of this big gap that I had up in there. So it provides a nice, solid, fairly solid backing for my backsplash to go up on. I don't think I was demonstrating the SimpleMat at all, but I'm gonna go ahead and cover it in the very end. Unfortunately, it's the very end, but anyways, what you do is you're gonna take it and you're gonna cut however much you need. This is gonna be the front where the tile lays on. This is gonna be the back. At first I had a little bit confusion, but I got it straightened out. So you're gonna cut what you need, and you're gonna put it up against it, and you're gonna come along and press up against it. And then you're just gonna go ahead and you're gonna take this, you're gonna peel it back, put it on a little bit at a time, but once you peel this back, take this sticky side off, you just kind of mash it down, and then on it goes. And you just push it all on there, and then you come back, and you take this, and you're really gonna get it nice and on there, and you just made sure, pat, 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 and that's on there real nice. And the cool part is, take this piece off right here. Boom. That comes off from here on that sticky part. Then we're just going to go ahead and take this. I'm using scrap pieces because I don't want to waste anything. This goes on right nice like this. It just lines up real easy. Come over with the whole mat just like this. Alright, so I didn't show how I mixed the non-sanded grout. This is it right here, poly blend. That's what I used last time, bright white. As you can see, it looks fairly good. There's a few cracks that I did miss. I'm gonna go back over those and fill those in, but I still have from here over to there. Cut it open, that bag. So anyways, I added 6 cups of water. There's my water bucket, here it is. Precise measurements, and here. And I'm gonna add this. And the directions on the box are really easy. Basically says stir for 5 minutes. Well, it says for 10 minutes, so I'm gonna go ahead and start stirring it. So everything is grouted up finally. I have not been very good at showing the progress and results on this and how I've been doing. But it's all done. I'm about to take white vinegar there. Father suggested it. I'm gonna get the haze off. Everything's settled for at least 24 hours or more. So I think I'm safe to go ahead and really start getting that haze off, and if there's another layer on there. I just replumbed the sink. I had some issues with it down below, you guys can see. When they put in the sink, they put in a deeper sink. So it put all the plumbing basically almost lower than the wall plumbing. I didn't want to go into the wall, so I kind of jerry-rigged it together with what I had. And it's working. It's home for now, but see how it goes. What I've already done with vinegar, you can see the light in the background there reflecting off of it. It's actually shining. And then if I move over here, this stuff to that stuff, you can kind of notice the difference in what the vinegar is actually doing.